We have with us 15 Corps Commander Lt DP Pandey. General Saab, what is the situation on the LC and the Kashmir Valley after the ceasefire pact with Pakistan?
Manjeet, it is too early for me to comment upon the situation in Valley because of the ceasefire which has been there for last about 2 months. It's too early to comment. However, I must also step up and say that the situation on LC is holding, the ceasefire is holding, and it has got a great amount of succor to the population which is living on either side of the line of control. And more importantly, the people are able to now go about their business as usual, and there will be no loss of life or damage to property. So that's the good news. We are yet to see the manifestation in terms of the control in terms of infiltration and how our adversary is going to play with the events which are going to occur in the valley. So I may be able to answer this question more appropriately after maybe a couple of months.
Sir, do you think Pakistan Army will still support the terror group inside the Kashmir Valley on LC?
The current social media which we are monitoring here, the statements which are coming out at their different level of leadership in Pakistan, their intent I don't think has changed. The ceasefire possibly is a compulsion for their local reasons. For reasons possibly they have had too much of punishment on the LC during last year's ceasefire violations, and maybe some more regional and geo-strategic reasons. Their orientation to create trouble in Kashmir has not yet changed. That's my assessment.
And how many terrorists sitting on LC and on launchpad?
As per the information which are coming to us, is about 100 to 150 are still there across, waiting to be launched. The numbers may increase as the weather starts improving. The instructions have been possibly given to them that they need not stay in the launch pads. They need to merge out in the population so that the signatures can't be picked up and the adversary can't be pinpointed out for enabling infiltration. But yet the presence is there, and I think we have to watch as the passes open up, the routes start clearing up, what steps to take to enable infiltration or facilitate infiltration.
So, do you think the local terrorists operating in operating in a big way in the Kashmir Valley, and what is strategy of the army to deal with them?
Firstly, the numbers has definitely come down. They are now, instead of being at level of 300 plus, which you used to see about 2 years back, they have come down to about 200, 250. We are having a two-pronged approach to ensure that the cycle of violence which is being perpetrated by control from across is stopped. Each local terrorist kills ensures that more number of people pick up a weapon, larger number of families are affected, and they are not aligned to the national cause thereafter. So our aim is to break the cycle of violence. We are trying to ensure that the recruitment does not take place and is stopped and slowed. On the second side, we are also ensuring that the entire state government machinery ensures this OGW network, which perpetuates recruitment, which controls the recruitment, is also taken out of circulation. Very clear and direct orders have been given by the LG. The JKP police is absolutely on the heels of the OGW which are operating here and carrying out recruitment. They are being taken out of circulation. We are nearing the figure of about 69 as on date for this year. The OGWs have been picked up who were totally involved in narco-terrorism, and they were involved in the recruitment processes. I'm sure when these two efforts coincide, we will be able to ensure that the recruitment goes down further.
And what is your message for the Kashmiri youth?
Watch less social media, verify, clarify the contents which are flowing in from the cross and from the mega influencers who put out fraudulent messages to incite and excite you. Please ensure that in case of trouble, in case you feel that you are being led, please walk up to the nearest COB commander or the Indian Army post, or else walk up to the police station and indicate that you are being lured out. we will take you out of circulation and ensure nothing happens to you and you are brought back to the normal society. We need to check out the people who are recruiting you. The youth is being recruited by a certain degree of OGWs who are sitting in AC environment, well ensconced. Their children are studying across in various prominent cities of the country, and in fact they are going abroad to study. Please check out that why are their children not involved in the terrorism activities. So when you ask these questions, you realize that there is a control, there is a network which is functioning. My only request to you is to not pick up weapon and join the mainstream and stay in the mainstream.
One final question. Recently, one of your soldiers targeted by the terrorists. So, how do you see in this situation? How do you see the and how in मैं इसका क्वेश्चन से स्टार्ट करूँगा फिर So recently, one of your soldiers targeted by the terrorists. So recently, one of your soldiers targeted by the terrorists. So how do you see in this kind of situation?
While we have SOPs in place for soldiers who go on leave, there are a large number of security forces, soldiers in various security forces from Kashmir Valley. They are very brave soldiers who are carrying out operations within Jammu and Kashmir and outside Jammu and Kashmir in various borders and deployed elsewhere. There are SOPs in place. Whenever they come on leave, they inform the nearest post and post commanders in case there is any threat and all. But there are events such like this, what has happened in the instant case, in which a very cowardly act, in which the soldier was at home and some people came and they went inside the house thereafter having fired at a very close range, in which we lost the life of a very, very brave soldier. But thanks to JKP police and the intelligences, we are able to track out the perpetrators. They will taken out within 24 hours, and there will be a norm. Anybody who tries to target our soldiers will be taken out.
So one final question: what is your take on the incoming Amarnath Yatra?
Well, Amarnath Yatra is always a larger challenge which has to be managed by the Jammu and Kashmir government. It's an annual feature which was not conducted last year. This year we are expecting a larger numbers, which is going to increase much beyond the figure of average of about 3 to 3.5 lakh every year. We keep on getting a number of inputs of threat to the Yatra. But as per we are concerned, we'll ensure foolproof security as much as possible. With large number of tourists and yatris coming in for paying their respect to the at the shrine, we will ensure that security is provided, for which the LG has already passed very clear-cut instructions and directions to all the security forces agencies that deployment should be well in place, well in time, and suitably coordinated to ensure that nothing happens to the yatris. We are looking forward to a good year of Yatra this year. But I also must add that the Kashmiri society at large will not allow any such event to take place until there will be a rogue element which may carry out such an act. But I have been here for many years on my postings, but generally the Kashmiri society ensures that people who are coming to visit the shrine, either in Amarnath Yatra or elsewhere, they are well looked after and their security is ensured. They in fact provide housing, lodging and various infrastructure support to enable this Yatra to take place.
Thank you, sir. With camera person Parminder Sharma, this is Manjeet Negi for India Today in Srinagar.